afternoon, everybody. Thank you for showing up. It is actually 2:06, and I'd like to start a meeting of the Responsible Employer Ordinance Committee. And I want to thank everybody for their attendance, and my apologies for being a couple minutes late, just trying to do a little bit of housekeeping um, for the upcoming Sunday event. So, thank you.
What's the upcoming Sunday event?
Senator Markey will be
Yeah.
featured speaker at Third Baptist. So just just did a tour and made the arrangements for how that procession is
I'll
going to
be
work.
there.
Look forward to seeing you there. And Fiore, Lindsay, Shay, Sean, you really looked, Sean looks really good in all black, obviously.
I know, I couldn't tell who Sean was. Sean, I'm sorry I left you out the conversation too. I just couldn't put any.
Sean's fine.
Hi,
Let me get on the
Sean.
camera.
Oh,
How's
hey.
everybody doing? Counselors, how you doing?
Good. We forced you.
You did. I was gonna stay behind the scenes, but here I am.
Hey, Sean.
Actually, only one I'm missing is Mr. Delgado, I believe. But either way, we have a quorum. We have three. Which
Sean's the new, well, not new, but new-ish, because we haven't had too many meetings, Section 3 director, so.
Well, congratulations on your promotion.
Section 3 director, what does that mean?
That means I'm here to make sure that the city is maintaining our responsibilities and our compliance with all Section 3 efforts, as outlined by HUD.
I got to figure out what Section 3 is.
So go ahead.
So Section 3 is basically a regulation that stipulates that we're trying to promote employment for low-income individuals in all of our contracting using federal financial assistance.
Federal. Whew, that word scares me, but
okay. Scares me too.
We got to play with our language nowadays.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, let's give it a go. We sure do. Let's give it a go. Sean, great to meet you. I'm gonna come see you so I can learn more about what you're doing. But congratulations on your promotion.
Awesome. Look forward to it. Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to suggest that from my understanding of the agenda is to get an update of the past minute meetings. I don't think I don't remember seeing a copy of a past agenda to ask for a motion of acceptance of past minutes. So I'll hold that off and make sure that the next meeting that's circulated properly to us. But Lindsay, Fiore, and myself, we established quorum, and if there's no objections, I'd like to allow for Sean or Che, whichever is most comfortable. Give us an update on where things stand, ongoing projects, old, and obviously, I think the last time we met, were finishing up the end of the DeBerry Swan School. And so, Che, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Sean, if you're on, can you share your screen and put on the information we sent earlier? Oh, okay, well, Sean's phone. Make that a little bit bigger, please, sir. Or can you? Okay, so Barney Carriage House repairs. It's for chimney repairs at the Carriage House. It is on hold right now. We're in litigation with Cape Cod Builders. They didn't want to build the chimneys to the specs and estimates that they agreed to in the contract. So we terminated the contract and they took us to court. So we're in litigation with that right now. I'll keep you guys posted how that moves forward. That is, I think it's a $1 million project. Franconia Golf Course is on track right now for September 1st, April 1st, for the beginning of the golf season. Their information is in here. Veterans Golf Course, same thing. They're both for the clubhouses. There's bathroom work getting done. The clubhouses are getting done. The bars. They're going to put in some more TVs and things of that nature. So both golf courses are on track for the spring season for April 1st. Veterans might be a little behind considering there's a hiccup with water and sewer that they're trying to iron out right now. Walker Grandstand is the baseball stadium at Forest Park. It's on schedule for the beginning of the spring as well, in April. It's on time, getting basically the whole grandstand done. Bleachers, the roof, bathrooms, dugouts, locker rooms, and bathrooms are all getting done right now. Gurdonville Park, $2 million project. It had initial preliminary fencing put on before the winter. We've had a very cold winter, so the ground is very hard, probably about 3 feet of frost underneath, so there wasn't a lot of outdoor work, if at all, getting done this wintertime. Gurdonville is going through abatement starting this week, and that project should be on time for the spring. Harana School still out. That's will be $150 million project that's ongoing. DPW roof project, we're nearing the end of that project. It had a couple of hiccups which took it out for a little bit longer than it needed to be, but we should be wrapping up on that in the next few months. Those are the projects that are either ongoing right now, about to be started, or in litigation. The projects that are coming up for the summertime, we have a few summer slammers, and we have some roofs projects as well. So Glenwood School is a roof replacement project. High School of Commerce roof replacement. Indian Orchard Elementary School, same thing. Pottinger, windows and doors. Milton Bradley, window doors. Rebecca Johnson, Bowles. Bowles is a roof. Springfield, Central High School, windows and doors. And Sumner Ave is a roof project as well. All of those projects won't get done this summer. Some will get done next summer. Some will get done this summer. Depending on how the funding comes in the project. So I'll have a clearer picture in the next few months, what projects will actually be getting done this summer as opposed to next summer, and I'll report that out. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns as far as the current projects or the future projects for the summertime?
I think you kind of covered both. Tracy's hands up, so I'm allowed her to speak first, but I think you kind of covered both the past and the anticipated future in one presentation. So really want to thank you for that. Tracy, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Where is Gordon Park?
Gurdonville?
Gurdon, yeah.
So right by the Rotary, by the State Trooper Barracks, right over there, that park that's on the corner of
Liberty?
Liberty, yep. Liberty
Yeah.
Street right there. Right at the end of Liberty.
Where it goes into the road, goes up into the Rotary if you were coming
Rotary?
from.
I've never seen that park.
You pass it when if you were
You pass it all the time.
I do.
right on the
I
right.
really do, literally.
Yeah.
It's a large park too. It's very big.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, it's huge. Yeah. Yeah. There's not much in it, so you wouldn't recognize it as actually a park, but there's actually going to be a playscape put in. There's going to be the first skate park in Springfield that will actually be put in. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I just wasn't familiar with that name ever. I said, we got that in Springfield?
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that because I didn't know that was the name. I always knew the park was there, but I didn't know that was the name of that park, right? So
It's not, there is a post there with the name on it. Actually.
There is. You had to say that, didn't you?
Well, I my first girlfriend back, like 55 years ago, lived right up the street at the corner of Liberty and Webster. So we used to hang out at the park there.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Park
snoopers
hang
in
out
that
at the
Jordan
park.
Park. That's how you
Yeah,
knew it so well.
yeah. It was, there's always a backstory.
Always. Thank you. That's all I had.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, get over there, you guys, when the ribbon's cutting, because it's actually the first skate park in our city. So that's gonna be pretty
When
cool.
is the ribbon cutting? You know?
I don't. I can get so the abatement started this week, and I can get the schedule this next week, and I can let you guys know when the anticipated time of completion will be.
Okay, I'm excited about that. Thanks.
I am too.
Mhm.
Kids have been hollering for that for years. So thank you and congratulations to all that was involved.
Thanks
Greatly appreciate that.
very much.
Any other questions? I don't think we have to have a long meeting because it was pretty concise. Is Fiore still here?
Yeah, hold on. I got a couple utilization forms to go over. I
Okay,
just got two to go over. Yeah.
okay.
So the first one is DPW. It's basically on the closeout. These will be the numbers. Minority 54%. So females, they didn't have they submitted a union letter to basically say that they didn't have any females at the union. We have it filed away. They tried. I'll give them that. We have 10% residents and 2.7% vets.
Last I knew, quick point, I believe the roofers took in 2 women at one of my building trades like not too long ago, real recent. So whether or not
Really?
with them, I don't know, but that's a real tough trade to try to get women involved in. They just, for whatever reason, I wouldn't want to be up on that roof. So yeah, but yep, last I knew they did put 2 women in their union. I'll
Awesome.
we're having a building trades meeting next month and next week at MGM. If he's there, I'll ask him what's up with that.
That'd be great because like you said, they are hard to find for these roof projects, and we got a bunch of roof projects coming up this summer and next summer. You want to go to the next one, Sean?
I don't.
Oh, okay, go back up.
Sorry,
No.
go ahead, Tracy.
Okay, thank you. So I'm just trying to understand because I haven't been here in a while.
Mhm.
This is the percentages they need to meet on each category.
Correct.
And the only one that's meeting any at all is Greenwood Industries.
Correct. So, well, yes, that is it. But the other companies, as you can see, they didn't spend too much time on the project, right?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
the hours on the project are very short, and if you can see, they're specialty companies outside of Collins Electric, right? So the other companies might have had 2 people on the project. The painters, the waterproofing company, the painters, the total hours is off. That should be about 15 hours. I'll get that in there.
Mhm.
The waterproofing company, 16 hours.
Got it.
So they're very small, innocuous companies. So we're not gonna get our numbers from that amount of hours or having 1 or 2 people on the project.
Got you. The one that I'm looking at is the Springfield residents. Like 12% of a 35% goal. Is that common?
Depending on the how large the project is and the subs in the project again. So if you had subcontractors that had a larger labor force, the numbers would be higher. But like I said, the waterproofing company, the painting company, the steam heater company, these are a
No,
couple
I
people.
understand those. What I wanted to know is how they advertise in Springfield.
So we have, I'll send you the REO packet, and they have a list of agencies, including the unions and CBOs that they advertise to. We make them go advertise on monster.com, Indeed, in the newspaper, and with the local unions and the community-based organizations that do this work as well. But I'll send you the packet, and it has all of our source references in there, and then they send what is called a maximum efforts form, which shows all the work that they've been doing trying to meet their numbers.
Okay.
But just for context, the projects that are $1 million to $3 million, even up to a little bit more than that sometimes, they're just tough considering the subs that are going to be on the project. But projects that are over that, with subs with a larger labor force, are much easier to get our numbers or to get close to those benchmarks.
Okay. I'll just read the packet and then, I can call you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Fiore.
No, I was just gonna say the kind of the number that I've always tried to look at for a decent sized crew is like $500. Company gets to 500 and they still got zero. Shame on them, because $500 is a pretty good amount. So, at that point, it definitely should be questioned. That's what I've always tried to use as a benchmark. 500.
Okay. $500. Thank you, Fiore. I'm gonna use that. I'm not
You
gonna
all
ask you any
set,
questions.
Counselor Whitfield?
Yes.
Okay. Those are good questions, though, because depending on the size of the project, it can be misleading sometimes, right? So you see these companies have a lot more hours on the project, right? And they're larger companies as well. So in general, their numbers are better, if that makes sense. So this is Franconia Golf Course. The GC is Inglewood Development Corp. The minorities are 32.5%, women 8%, Springfield residents 34.5%, and veterans 0%. Now, veterans is a tough one as well. You have a number of veterans that just don't identify as such for whatever reason. We don't know, and we don't push the envelope as far as going into that space. We ask the question and then we go on, but that's a kind of a touchy subject with some veterans as far as identifying as such. So those are the numbers for Franconia Clubhouse. We will have the numbers for vets and Walker Grandstand. They still have to turn in their final REO numbers. I know vets is waiting for some subcontractors to turn in their information, and the same thing with Walker. So when I get those numbers in within the next week or so, I'll just shoot them out to you guys as well. If there's any questions or comments or concerns on Franconia, feel free.
No, the numbers look pretty good.
Thank you.
Anybody else? No other questions? Che, you have this is all we have today, right?
This is all we have for today. Yes, like I said, the projects in the wintertime was just tough this winter because of the frost. Yeah. Those were the only 3 projects that were going on through the wintertime because we just couldn't dig into the ground. So
We can dig in the ground starting April 1st.
no,
Ground's frozen.
the golf courses were indoor projects, right? So we could do those through the winter time. All the other outdoor projects like Gurdon Bill, we couldn't do because you can't get a tee in the ground, let alone a shovel, right? So those numbers will be coming out thereafter. Gurdon Bill, and the other projects coming online. And like I said, Vets and Walker Grandstand, once they get their completed total numbers, I'll shoot those out to you guys. And Vets looks good, just like Franconia does. Walker might be a little bit under, but they look pretty good as well.
All right, well, I'll see y'all on the next one. I had fun with y'all this half an hour. I actually got it 2:30, so it was perfect timing. So see
Thank you for being.
All right, Fiore,
Thank you, guys.
I'm gonna text you, Fiore. I'm gonna text you.
Yeah, make a
I also-
motion to
The question I have, and it's I had reached out to you, Che, about the possibility, and maybe either Che or Lindsay can talk about some of the private projects that are coming, that are like collaborative with the city, and the role of the REO. Is that
So
something?
we can have a conversation about how sitting down with the developers and seeing what we can develop, what we can get on paper or whatever agreement we can get. However, the REO, unless we're putting in money straight from the city, isn't a part of that, right? And so a TIF or something of that
A
nature.
TIF would trigger REO, correct?
It does, but it doesn't give us the teeth as far as the public project gives us the teeth that we are governing. Go ahead, Fiore.
Yeah, I gotta stop you right there. Melvin, you gotta get the language to the TIF. The problem is, I believe there's one of them ifs or, maybe.
Yeah, may, shall. Yeah.
Listen to me. It needs to be changed. Seriously, that's one thing that we can say and hope and pray, but I'm telling you right now, the way it's worded, they don't have to. So I strongly suggest that we look at that
He's right.
language big time as the or you guys do as the counselors, man. Thanks.
No, he's completely right. And that's why I said maybe try to be proactive and sit down and get some concessions from the GC until we can get that codified in the REO. But until such time, we don't have teeth in private public projects.
Is it, Lindsay, are you comfortable with commenting on that from the perspective of the administration or the city? Or is that viable? Is that something that they would receive, welcome? Or, and if you're not comfortable and trying to
Yeah,
answer.
I couldn't speak to whether or not they would welcome that type of oversight, or change to the
Wording.
TIF ordinance. I couldn't say either way.
Okay. I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I figured I'd take the shot anyway. And
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, I just don't know, what their thought would be.
so can somebody explain to me project labor agreements and how they would relate to, I mean, obviously, I'm really excited and happy to see that the city's doing these types of projects as well, but the real driving force for development in our area is private development investment. But in some ways it's a collaborative effort in the sense that these private investors and developers can't get much done without the support of the city. And so just for my own information, and I guess I should be more knowledgeable about a project labor similar. Now, for example, 31 Elm Street was a project labor agreement project, correct?
I think, well, we can go over it real quick, Counselor, but I think this is a whole nother discussion.
All right, so
this
so
is a
that's
long
something we should schedule
Yeah.
a meeting just for.
Yeah, we can schedule a meeting to go over it. I'm fine with that, but this isn't just a quick nip discussion to go over PLAs.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, that's fine. And the thing is this, I get it. It's too complicated, and it probably wasn't the best forum for us to try to walk down that road this either.
In labor agreements, we do put requirements for all 4 categories. And those, can we stretch it a little bit more only on residency? Well, depending on where the project is, like the Holyoke Soldiers Home has a little bit more of an outreach for residents, but those numbers do get put in. They may vary different from the city, but we do negotiate numbers on private projects. That's all.
But okay, well, we can get into a little deep because it's a question for me is who negotiates those? Is that something that's negotiated by the city with the leverage of the city's support on the table, or is that done through the unions, or is that just
Unions. It's
union?
done through
That's
the
a-
union.
Union.
Yeah, let's you, me and Fiore, or even if Lindsay wants to sit down and figure it out. But that's a longer in-depth conversation. Yeah.
All right, then I'm not gonna, I appreciate everybody's time. I know Lindsay works real hard, and Sean, Fiore, all of you guys, I just talk a lot, and it's a pleasure and honor to serve as a city councilor, and just, and so I'm not gonna keep you any longer than I have to. Thank you very much, everybody. Great to
Motion
see you.
carried.
And, some of you I haven't seen since last year, so to all of you and your families, may God bless you all and have good wealth, prosperity, and it's election season. Your vote matters.
Have a good day. See
Take
ya.
care, everybody. This concludes the meeting of the Responsible Employer Ordinance at 2:31. Thank you.